I told CPS I wished my child would never wake up again. My 7-year-old son Luca was diagnosed with brain cancer when he was 4 years old. For 3 years, I watched him fight, suffer, and scream in pain while the tumors spread down to his spine. The doctors tried everything. Surgery that left thick scars across his skull, radiation that burned his skin until it blistered and peeled off in sheets, chemotherapy that made him vomit until there was nothing left. His hair fell out in clumps on his pillow every single morning, and he dropped so much weight he looked like a tiny skeleton. Some nights I'd hold him while he screamed and clawed at his own head trying to make the pain stop, but there was nothing I could do but cry with him. "Mommy, why does it hurt so much?" He'd ask me with these hollow eyes that used to be so bright and full of life. "Mommy, when do I get to stop being sick?" The cancer took his ability to run and play. It took his ability to eat solid food. It took everything from him piece by piece except the pain. My late husband's mom came to visit one weekend and found me crying in the kitchen. I hadn't slept in 3 days because Luca had been screaming from the headaches and nothing would make them stop. "I can't do this anymore," I told her. "I watch him suffer every single day and every single night, and there's nothing I can do to help him. I just want him to fall asleep and never wake up so he doesn't have to feel this pain anymore." She looked at me like I was a monster. "What kind of mother says that about her own child?" she said. "You're supposed to fight for him. You're supposed to never give up. You're supposed to pray for a miracle, not pray for him to die." I tried to explain that I wasn't giving up on him. I just couldn't stand watching him scream anymore. The doctor said he had maybe 3 months left and those 3 months would be nothing but agony. She didn't want to hear it. She called me disgusting and selfish. She said her son would be ashamed of me if he could see me now. She went home and called CPS. 2 days later, a social worker showed up at my door. I let her in because I had nothing to hide. The social worker's name was Martha, and she had this cold, professional look on her face when she walked in with her clipboard ready to document my failures as a mother. Then she saw Luca. He was laying on the hospital bed I'd set up in the living room because he couldn't make it up the stairs anymore. He had a feeding tube in his nose, an IV in his arm, and he was so thin he looked like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. He was crying and holding his head because the pressure from the tumors gave him migraines that made him scream until he lost his voice. "Mommy," he croaked when he saw me. His voice was raw from screaming. "Mommy, it hurts so bad today. Please make it stop. Please, Mommy." I went over and held his hand and gave him his pain medication, but it barely even took the edge off anymore. Martha watched all of this, and her clipboard slipped out of her hands. She looked at the stack of medical records I'd prepared for her and saw the doctor's notes saying he was terminal, and that further treatment would only extend his suffering. She asked me quietly if it was true what my mother-in-law reported. I looked her right in the eyes. "Yes, I wish my son would fall asleep tonight and never wake up. I wish he could just drift off peacefully and never feel pain again. Is that really so wrong?" She didn't answer. She sat down next to Luca's bed and asked him gently how he was feeling. Luca looked at her with those hollow eyes and said, "I'm so tired. I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to go to sleep and not wake up. Is that bad?" Martha's whole face crumbled. "No, sweetheart," she said, her voice breaking. "That's not bad at all." Martha closed the case that same day and connected us with hospice care. Luca died 9 days later peacefully in my arms.